afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Coming to you live from my tent in my backyard. Gonna have a interesting conversation today, probably one that you don't expect from me. For those who don't know me, I am Rebecca T. Dickson, and I run Rebecca T. Dickson Incorporated, RebeccaTDickson.com. I am a business consultant and mindset coach, and now RTT hypnotherapy practitioner for women entrepreneurs. Hello, Lisa. Hey, Lissy. How the hell are ya? Whoever's on here, say hi. I see lots of faces. Mark is here. Hi, everybody. We're going to have an interesting conversation today, and like I said, definitely one that you probably wouldn't expect from me. Those who know me, those who have worked with me, hey Emma, they know me as the straight talker, the no BS kind of girl, the woman who gets right to the point and straight to the heart of things and doesn't really tolerate BS, which is true. When I'm coaching, that's my special sauce. It's my ability to show you where you're tripping yourself up, not just in your language, but in the stories you're telling yourself. Hey, Kiara, and that wonderful ability that I have as a coach has allowed me to help many, many women walk themselves right out of the stories that they're telling themselves and into the life that they want. I'm very skilled at it. I will pat myself on the back for that. But there is this other part of me that not many people know about, that not many people have seen, and that is the part that I'm going to talk about today, because there's been a lot of things going on that they're starting to get to me, and I'm getting a little weepy. So I'm working with an amazing coach, and her name is Regan Hillier. If you don't know her, you should check her out. And she has successfully done what nobody else has ever been able to do for me, which is crack me open, quite literally, on many, many levels, and allow me to admit how I feel. And hey, Sunday, and what has happened in my past to make me into the woman that I've become and to create a multiple seven-figure business. Hopefully I can get this out. And she's amazing. And part of the process, as any of you know who have worked with me, is when you repress any feeling, you repress them all. And your inability to feel anything, whether it's sadness or anger or something that you want to put off, also represses your ability to feel the joy and the happiness. And it prevents the strength and the ability that you have inside to get to the next level. And so most people don't do this work because, well, look at me right now. It's uncomfortable, it's awkward. And my chihuahua's going off in the background, sorry about that. Thank you, Sarah. Thank you, Lissy. They don't do this work. It's awkward, it's uncomfortable, it's disconcerting, it's off-putting, it's unsure. You don't have your feet under you. It's sort of like a free fall. And what I'm learning with Regan's support is that that's totally okay, and it's made me a coach as effective as a coach as I've been for 10 years. It's made me 100 times better because I'm able to walk my own clients through that same process, and it's profound and it's uplifting, and it takes you to a place that you've never been before. But my point here through all of this jabbering and the tears that are inevitably going to come back in a minute, is that I'm learning to be okay being me. And I'm discovering that on some level I had an awareness that I'm an effective coach and I'm a straight talker and I'm a no BS kind of girl, simply because it's a survival mechanism. I feel things at a depth and at a level that most people do not. And I know that many of the people that I work with are highly empathetic and highly intuitive, and they know what I'm talking about. They feel me right now. But what that skill has done for me and with me is it allows me to see the things that aren't being said, and it allows me to feel what people are feeling, almost as though I am them. And in many ways, it's an incredible gift because it makes me such a strong coach. But in other ways, it almost feels like it's consuming. It's overwhelming. It's almost as though I'm drowning or I'm being choked off. And that's what I wanted to talk to you guys a little bit about today. Because I see things, not just with my clients, but I see things in the Facebook group that I run, which is the Entrepreneur Incubator. Almost 16,000 women in there, going for it, hustling, doing everything they can to be the best version of themselves, to build these amazing businesses. And I see what isn't being said, and I felt, as I read those posts, what's really going on. And it affects me profoundly. And I've never talked about this. I don't know that I've ever even talked about this with my closest friends or my husband, but I think it's important. And I think there needs to be a dialogue about it. And what sparked this post today was simply that I've noticed in myself, in my relationships, in my friendships, that my clients are very important to me. They become like family. And I feel what they feel, and I'm in those relationships with them. Their goals are every bit as important to me as they are to them, and I want them to succeed so badly. And when our relationship as client and coach ends, we're still very much friends. We're very close to one another. But that's not true for every situation. And often, I feel that I failed them. If they haven't gotten where they want to go, if they haven't achieved everything they wanted to achieve, and intellectually, logically, there's this other massive part of my brain that understands on a really deep core level that that's not true, that we give it everything we've got, and we want them to get there, and we're going to support them, you know, entirely. But a coach-client relationship is always 50-50. I get that. But I guess what I'm trying to say is, I don't know. I guess what I'm trying to say is, I see what you're not saying. I feel where you are at a depth and at a level that you may not even be aware of, and I give a shit. I give a shit. Sorry. And what sparked this, it wasn't any one thing, it was a series of things over the last few weeks that I've noticed. Former clients absolutely killing it, doing amazing things. And I don't know that there's really any good way to say this, so I'm just going to say it. What I see is they're doing amazing things, they're going on, they're soaring, and that's everything that you want for a client. And then you'll see things like, and I owe it all to somebody else. Or I'm so profoundly grateful to somebody else. And I look at it, and I get it. And this isn't about, oh, poor me. That's not what I'm saying at all. What I'm saying is, there are people in your life right now around you who want you to succeed, who want you to have all the things that you want, that are doing their very best to give those things to you. And shit. And it hurts like hell when you forget them. Because they still care about you, and they still want you to have those things. And I need to be clear that at the same time, when my clients depart, when we're done, when the relationship's over, I know I've done my job. I know that we're through, and we've outgrown where we were, and they need to move on. I get that, and I support that. But you're still very important to me, and your success is very important to me. Catherine says it's true, it hurts. Yeah, it really hurts. And I needed to come on and I needed to talk about it because I've felt it for a really long time, but I've never admitted it. I sort of brush it off, or I stuff it down, or I say, well, they don't get it, or they're ungrateful, or whatever it might be. But the fact of the matter is, they're still important to me, and I do value them, and I value their friendship. And I guess that's why it stings so much. And I'm not sure why that happens. I don't know why people do that. And I know it's not exclusive to me. I see other people do it a lot with coaches that they've worked with people who've supported them and busted their ass to get them somewhere, and there's just no acknowledgement. There's no, it's over, it's done, and it's like that person just doesn't exist anymore, and that sucks, guys. It sucks. Alyssa says, I've known you for 39 years and I have to say vulnerability looks beautiful on you. That's my sister. So, that's the story. Just had to get it out. It's not a pity party. And I need to be very clear that that's not what this is about. I just want people to, I think, be more aware that, with me anyway, I can't speak for anybody else, this isn't a business relationship. It's not a coach-client relationship. It's a deep, deep friendship. You get to know your clients, at least I do, on a level that often their own spouses don't know them on. And, of course, I'm happy for my people to go on and blossom. But some of the things I've seen lately have really just made me feel disregarded. Thrown away. And I don't like it. And I wanted to talk about it. And I know that there are many, many other coaches out there who feel the same way. I don't really have a solution. There isn't a point for this. This isn't like a training. Just telling you the truth. Eric, thank you for the hugs. I love you too. Irene says, vulnerability is the ultimate measure of strength. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. It absolutely is. And I don't know that I have anything else to say about that. I just felt really strongly that I needed to come on and talk about it a little bit. Heidi says, do you think people feel guilty or bad they didn't succeed the way they wanted and know they're responsible for that, and that you did more work than they did so they're easier to disappear? I'm not sure. It didn't even occur to me. And this isn't only about people who aren't successful. I mean, I have lots of clients who are wildly successful. Who just vanish off into that good night, and good for them. It's amazing to step back and watch them soar. I'm so proud of them. But sometimes I see things from clients of mine and from clients who aren't mine, and I know exactly what happened to get them there with other coaches and mentors, or how profoundly other people supported them, and there's just no mention. There's no nothing. And it hurts. It really fucking hurts, and honest to God, it took me a half an hour staring at this screen before I had the courage to push live, but now that I did it, I'm really glad I did. I mean, I just bawled my eyes out in front of 8,000 people, but hey, needs to happen. Erin says 1,000,000,000% true. Yeah, I think there are hundreds of thousands of coaches and mentors out there right now who probably feel the same way. And I just want to start a dialogue about it. I want to start talking about it. And look guys, this isn't a live stream, a video. It's not a post to make people feel bad. I don't think anybody does things maliciously. But I also feel like it's really important to talk about this kind of stuff because nobody else is. And it's not going to get better if we don't shine some light on it. Big hugs, Bravity, for sharing this. Thank you. Suzette says, I feel you. Alicia, hi Becky, sending love. Hey, hey, hey. Thanks guys for being here. So anyway, my coach, my mentor is Regan Hillier. This is what she's done to me. I'm feeling all the feels, goddammit. But it's great work and it's important work because it helps me become the next better version of me, and it helps me be brave enough to have these kinds of conversations. They need to be had. I think we do need to talk about it. And I don't think that we should be shamed. I don't think we should feel alone. And I don't think we should not talk about it because we're afraid of being judged. How can we help humanity and make better human beings if we're afraid to share the things that we feel about and feel the most deeply? We can't, right? So that's it. Patricia says, thanks for your vulnerability. Thank you for participating and watching me blubber. It had to be done. Sarah says, talk about what I just jumped in. Oh, Lordy, Sarah, you'll have to start from the beginning. I feel better now. I do feel better, and I would love feedback from all of you. I'd love to hear what your take is on this, and if you've had similar experiences, how have you navigated them? Have you been able to articulate them or converse about them or anything else? I'm genuinely interested, and I want to talk about it a hell of a lot more because obviously suppressing it just hurts too much. Okay, massive love to you. Thank you all for being here, and I will see you soon. Bye.